Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Cywood for all the latest tech, science, gaming news. So 5 days from now it's going to be Google I/O. One major product has been leaked quite extensively. A device people are generally excited about, I would think, at least I would be, if I had the money. A real-life Pixel Fold has seemingly leaked for the first time. Well, being seen visually, yes. That's been leaked for the first time in quite an all-hands-on approach manner. It was actually on the 22nd of April where the device has been leaked online by Kuba Borzizowski. I don't know, man. Listen, don't know. I don't know. How do I say that? But look at the device. It's folding and it's flat when it's folded. That's some improvements, I guess. I wouldn't know, I've never held one. But you get the gist, it folds. Hence, Google Fold. Google India's Twitter has very descriptive marketing for this phone at least. The latest phone engineered by Google. I would assume so. Fortunately, you only get the Pixel Fold the day after Google I/O, so at least for the schedule wise, it's you get your phone pretty soon after the event. Let me just tell you, man, I'm just thinking of, it is gorgeous. That is flipping cool. We've seen this marketing before. The only thing is like the top and bottom bezels are like so huge. Look at that. Bezels are massive. But hey, it has an aesthetic. It's not trying to be an iPad. I'm also just thinking like in the future, how mobile phones are basically replacing, or at least in like small ways, just laptops in general. I'm thinking maybe, a future folding Pixel like this, and that popping out of the screen keyboard technology that Apple was working on from the last episode. You could like have a mini laptop experience one day. I think that is the point of the iPad, what they're trying to do. It makes more sense for like a folding iPad in that sense, where you can just have an iPad like a normal tablet, and then when you want to use it as an actual computer, which like lately it's been kind of marketed as a computer instead of an iPad, you can have a literal laptop with literal buttons in the screen. That is pretty cool. So I hope for that in the future. I don't know, it's pretty cool. Keeping with Google, Google expands security with BMI. So basically, brand indicator for messaging identification. Or, in simplest terms, a check mark. Because everything needs a check mark nowadays. But this one makes sense, trust me. So you get now a check mark for verified business emails. That makes sense. If I'm going to receive scam mails from Google or Microsoft and they're not having check marks, that's gonna save a lot of people. So yeah, if you're using Gmail, which I don't actually use Gmail, but yeah, this seems really useful, and I hope more email providers do this in the future. From Gizmodo, rumor points to Google biting off Apple's AirTags. An Android Finder network is reportedly getting access to third-party Bluetooth trackers, though there's a little evidence of a Nest tracker for Google I/O. So basically, from iPhone's Find My feature. That's basically it, but using Bluetooth technology. Both Apple and Google proposed specifications for any new device that would require low-energy Bluetooth signal for devices to detect unwanted AirTags or other trackers. Now the problem is, problem. You can always get past that. Software is always hackable. It's always, you can hide yourself from Bluetooth in so many ways. That it's just concerning technology. I would have thought that the American government would put a stop to Apple AirTags. I really thought that when I first heard the news of Apple AirTags, I'm just like, there's no way the government is going to allow basically many trackers like that. Like normally you can buy trackers, but not that available and with that much popularity behind it and ease of access too. It's just insane. And the fact that Google is considering their own is just, listen, it's a bit concerning. It's a little bit concerning. And if I feel concerned. I don't want tagging things. No, I don't care if it makes finding your keys a little bit easier. I don't think the benefits outweigh the risks. Just don't be dumb. Good old Microsoft Edge is forcing Outlook and Teams to open links in Edge, and IT admins are angry. You know, Microsoft is really pushing it right now. For most people, this isn't going to be a big issue. I mean, it's only links from Azure Active Directory accounts, but still, they're doing it, you know, in the first place. And that they secretly switch your browser defaults all the time. Like, I always switch to Firefox, make that my default, and then magically, out of thin air, after a month or two, it's back to Edge. Boys, just listen to me carefully. Hold on to your groin, just for a second, Researchers, okay? Researchers have used, guess what? To inject sperm into human egg. Can you guess? Leave comment right now. I'm waiting. Why are you not typing? Researchers use PS5 controller to inject sperm into human eggs. That is not a sentence that I thought I would be saying today. There are many sentences I thought I would never say. This was interesting. If you want to look at the technology from the MIT Technology Review, the first babies conceived with a sperm injecting robot have been born. So yes, this was a while ago that I did not know about it until now. The sperm injecting robot has been designed and sent by DHL to New York City. That is a fantastic backstory to your birth. I'm just saying. They followed to a clinic there called New Hope Fertility Center. I'm glad the New Hope is a New Hope Jedi. Is basically using PS5 controllers. Who said gaming does not, I don't know, benefit society in this way? They even have a video here. I think I can play like 5 seconds of it. Don't think that's illegal, is it? Oh look, there's the egg, there's the needle. Where's the sperm? This is so interesting to watch. This is how you were born. You can literally show your child this. Say, hey, that's literally you. Right there, in that little tube. We got it all on video. You know? And using PS5 controllers while doing it. That is brilliant. That is genius. That is... You sure as hell don't want to use Xbox controllers. Your aim will be way off. Getting into some gaming news. Final Fantasy 16 banned in Saudi Arabia. Can you guess why? I'm still not hearing you typing in the comments. According to an official statement by the Kingdom's Public Authority for Media, Final Fantasy 16 will not be released in Saudi Arabia due to the publisher's unwillingness to make the necessary modifications to the game. Though we have to speculate a little bit. But according to the Final Fantasy 16 ERSB rating summary, the game will include a character caressing and straddling a man in bed, references to sexual sounds in a dialogue such as "I be happy to show you," provide "I can afford it," and "thank you for your serve." Okay, my chamber is just upstairs. Some characters. Okay, some characters are depicted partially exposed, and the words F and S are heard in the game. Interesting. I can see why it would be banned. I mean, is it so difficult just to remove that from the game? I don't know. Seems like a small thing they can make the Saudi Arabia edition or something. I don't know. Something you didn't know about that you needed to know about. Scientists finally confirm what's inside the moon. You want to guess what it is? You want to guess? Take a guess. It's all guesses today. Just take a guess. Guess what it is? It's a dinosaur egg. I wish. Have you seen that episode from Doctor Who with flipping, I don't know what that thing was, that the moon was an egg? That was... British TV is just something else. You know, they always say they confirmed what's inside the moon. Have you been inside the moon? Because you've barely been inside the Earth. I'm just saying. Just please use the word theorize what's inside the moon before you say finally confirm what's inside the moon. Science is not that simple. I'm just saying. I wish it was more exciting, but it's just very similar to Earth's core. Milestone, as SpaceX launch raises Starlink's constellation to over 4,000 satellites. Think of 4,000 flipping satellites. 4,000. Just for internet everywhere, basically. You know, we didn't have 4,000, and there's already scientists complaining about pollution in the stratosphere. It's a lot of satellites. SpaceX has permission from the Federal Communications Commission to deploy 4,408 Cu-band satellites, I have no idea what that means, and 7,500 V-band Gen 2 satellites. But it's waiting for the FCC's approval on the remaining 22,488 next-gen satellites that it's still hoping to deploy. 22,488, and right now there's only 4,000. Monstrous. Like I said, they've already been complaining about the pollution and all that stuff. Like literally, if you do this, you will really need to make telescopes on the moon because you won't be able to see anything. Say that as an exaggeration, of course, but still, that's a lot of satellites. I mean, Starlink is such a huge, humongous thing that the European space and telecoms players signed partnership agreement to bid for IRIS² constellation. So basically, IRIS, what does it stand for? Infrastructure for Resilience, Interconnectivity and Security by Satellite. It's basically creating their own neural network by European companies. Let me just list a few. The Open Consortium will be governed by Airbus Defence and Space, Eutelsat, HIP. I cannot say any of these. Look how many there are just to compete with SpaceX. That's crazy. And more satellites, more pollution, less looking at stars for a lot of people. It's a bit weird. Well, not weird, it's just... Does I use the word concerning a little bit too much? Maybe that's a bit concerning. But the thing is, it's a brilliant idea. One day you can just monopolize on Wi-Fi anywhere. And it's taking a whole bunch of European companies to compete with Starlink. It's funny. I just think it's funny. Good luck to them, I suppose. That's all the news I found for today. The only bonus news I have for developers, basically, for AI developers at least, for very rich AI developers at least, the NVIDIA DGX H100 system has been released, and let me just tell you the specifications for this. 640 gigabytes of total GPU memory. That is absolutely insane. Can you game on it? That's the only question I want. Obviously no, but I just saw this and it is insane. If you're into AI, hey, look at this. It might help you a bit. The only problem is I found a listing for it on this super sketchy website. It's 300,000 euros. Cool. But it's barely trouble, barely an inconvenience. At least for Elon Musk anyways. But that's it for today. I thank you ladies and lads so much for watching. I'll be sure to catch up with you in the next episode. I'll be releasing the latest, Windows development build video out soon. And maybe check you out there, maybe. Anyways, have a lovely day. Bye bye.